Hello there folks, this is Ferengi on board again. Welcome to my YouTube channel, a place where I discuss different topics about spirituality, deeper introspection. I also cover points like game design, and this video is gonna be one of those in which I present again the creation of another skill. I kind of forgotten to start sharing how I create this other skill. This is the fifth and the last skill that the first enemy the player may encounter actually has in her skill set. Now this skill is called a Restore Communion, and it is quite a lengthy description in here. I have created at work the skeletal structure for it, but for now let's actually put it into code and see how things actually will work. So I created here the script, okay, and I just remembered that I have to correct something because I've been writing it correctly with gamemap.events instead of event, and I need to actually delete all the s's in there. Bless me, of course. Okay, and now we actually need to correct things in here because I did the pseudocode while I was at work. I had some spare time. And add reference, okay, this line can actually disappear because yes. Alright, now I can finally take this in here, put these somewhat like this and this, okay, yep. Okay, good. Now let's also take this and let's put the else a bit lower. Should we? Or now let the else in here. Okay, so we have 2025 this skill algorithm choice. So this will be the part where we choose some chances, as I don't know how to use state machines for now in JavaScript, so I'm gonna improvise a bit. Okay, load companion values, yes. Load pet values is 300 and load pet values in here, yes. The pseudocode here actually needs to be corrected, yes. Load companion values 391, okay. And in case this is successful, yes, okay, so let's see if pet choice stop, okay, equals 0, yes. So it's variable number 2023, okay. So in this situation we need okay, so it's still a variable, it's correct. Okay, 2023, this one is set to 1, this one is set to 1 so that it no longer repeats the loop. Okay, and then what else do we have? 23, okay, yes, this skill algorithm choice. What the heck was this? Prevent. Oh my god, so many folks with bikes. Okay, prevents this loop's repetition. So this one is the one that actually handles the loop repetition. I don't think I actually need this one anymore because this is just a dummy choice, and the branch is no longer gonna, the big branch is no longer gonna trigger because let's actually turn this one 3077 instead. Okay, so we have game switches. Okay, game switches set value 3077. Only one pet can be chosen. Okay, good. And now we have 3013 true, yes. Revive bird companion, yes. But actually, you know what? Just push these all so that they are, you know, at the right space. Okay, now algorithm choice is set to 1. This one is the one that prevents the repetition. Okay, so okay, 2023. Although I think I can actually ditch this variable in here. And actually choose this instead, because we have only one pet can be chosen, namely one chosen companion. Okay, so when this one is chosen, the loop simply no longer triggers, so I don't need this variable anymore. This was a phantasmagorical thing. Leave it like this, leave a bit of space. Okay, so let's actually make this, instead of being 0, so which one was this? 2023 pet choice stop. If 0, if different than 0, I think I can actually ditch this one. Okay, and we can go to switches and pick this one, and as long as this one is false, repeat. Oh yes, 945, good. This is actually good. Okay, so as long as this is false, okay. Now this one actually needs to, let's actually write it in here. I don't think I actually need this one in actually this is also good in here. This is good here as well, since if it becomes true, then all conditionals are skipped. Okay, this is also required before each conditional for each character, so that one pet only is chosen. Good. We have a lot of commands because, well, we kind of need them. Okay, so we have these things in here. Okay, we can actually put this back. Okay. Alright. I think I can actually remove these. Now that I have finished these, okay, I think I can actually copy paste this. So I can actually pick this up. Okay, so let's see. Pet 1 if alive. Okay, so pet 1 if alive, this is one for bird. Okay. Bird choice. Good. Now, okay, so this one is gonna be copied, okay, and I'm gonna paste it in here, and this one will be for the second possible pet that is gonna be summonable. So now okay, wait, and we also need here break loop, because we need to break out of this loop if it happens. Okay, so now we have, if this one is off, we need to check it again for each conditional so that we make sure that a pet is not summoned again, because each of these conditionals allow the chance to summon a pet, but you don't want to necessarily you have to check for each of these when it happens. Okay, so now we have this one. Okay, we iterate through the chance again, and we have for the second pet we actually have 49% chances, because for some reason I decided upon this number. I will actually set it for 38 because against Nora the Pure the AI really does not need the this much chance. She does not need the dog that much. Okay, and now in here I forgot the else to also change it into the numerical value, the index of the switch, which is in this case 2025. Okay, and now if this one is greater than 38, good. Still the same common event that's gonna be triggered, 391 here. Okay, and check on HP. Oh wait, I actually forgot the pseudocode in here needs to be corrected. It's this following common event that needs to be checked, because she will summon a pet based on her HP, percentage, and based on the character she is facing. And this choice will basically be a loop, because if none of the three pets are chosen for a summon for the corresponding playable character, then the loop will iterate until a pet is actually chosen. So you have chances for a pet to be chosen even if they are they have the least chances, because I love playing with chances, why not? Okay, so this one should be done as well, because usually I prefer creating my stuff in such a way that I spend a long time to create what I need. And here is the correct switch for the dog. Revive dog companion. Okay, and I think I can actually cut a bit out of these in here and have them all be at the same line so that they look somewhat beautiful. Okay, good. We can actually Really now, why are you so annoying? Well, that actually is not annoying, but okay. 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 Let's actually leave it like this, and you know, put these in kind of same line. Okay. We can actually copy paste this one in here. Alright, and we actually need to close the bracers in here. Good. Now it should be okay. When I'm gonna test these, I'm gonna find the errors and I'm gonna test on them, and I'm gonna see the things in them. Okay. Let's actually indent this a bit more, because this is actually inside a conditional and we actually need to follow the programming logic so that I know a bit of what's happening in there without confusing myself too badly. Okay, so now this one is also done. This part remains the same. These are the percentages that I chose. Okay. If you want to push it one step further, you could actually create two random number generators, and you put the second random number generator in here, and that way you actually have a random choice. Okay. Wait. Yeah, this is gonna be a chosen chance from 1 to 100, and if it is smaller than 38, it means you actually have 38 chances for these to happen, else then this happens. And I also need the break loop, yes, which for some reason was not copy pasted. Okay, or I probably most likely forgot it. Okay, so reserve common events. Good. Okay, so let's actually continue with this. We can actually copy these and paste them again, and now we have the bear choice. Okay, and now we have the bear choice. Okay, if this one's off, so it means it wasn't turned on. Okay, which is 30. Okay, 3077. Okay, which is made. Oh wait. In JavaScript it actually works if you use it as 1, because 1 equals true in JavaScript, but let's actually make it true, because I can easily skim through the text, but if I see true I might say that that is a variable, so I might get a bit confused. So let's actually leave it to true, because if you write 1 in there it's still gonna be correct. Okay, so now that we've gone in there, we have the same 2000. Okay, that's the same variable. Now we need here to change this one into 20. Okay, and we have revive bear companion. Okay, and for the bear, okay, we have actually 29 chances. because this character is kind of reluctant to use the bear on Nora. She sees Nora as someone so pure and fragile. She doesn't want to hurt Nora that bad. And also she is the first character at difficulty 1, so don't expect too much of a challenge anyways. Okay, check on HP, it's 432. Okay, now let's actually apply this because we still have quite a bit to add. Okay, and we have the break loop part, cool. And now all we need to do is well, copy paste these, because that's how I create my stuff most of the time. I always create it in such a way I can easily replicate it. And we have now the percentages for Xandara, okay, the second playable character, which also happens to be the protagonist for now. And these actually I don't think I need any more for now, because now I already have them in here. I only need the chosen ones. Okay, so against Xandara, when it comes to the birds, okay, this case will be how much I said, 24% chances. Okay, which also means 24 in here. The switch is correctly put in here, and everything is just copy paste material. In this case, she won't want to summon the bird, that's why the small chances, because the bird has good evasion but Xandara has good hit chance, so it's not gonna be that much of a help. Plus the bird has the least HP, so we want to give her a sense of feeling that, you know, she's kind of aware. She won't summon that simple companion just to, you know, like just for nothing. This skill also has a mechanic in which, you know, if you revive your companion, it no longer has 1 cooldown, it has 6, so she also has to take that into account in a way. So let's actually see. Okay, now we move in here, we have the correct switch for the dog and the correct command. Now it's just that the dog is gonna be more desirable. Okay, 55 instead of 38 in here. We're gonna have 55 because the dog detects stealth, and Xandara uses stealth, or well, the player can choose to use stealth if they so choose, if they so want. Let's actually arrange these so that they are more visually pleasant. Okay, because in the end I'm a designer, so I need to arrange things and make them you know, beautiful. Okay, so we have, let's say something like that. And this, let's actually make it like this as well, because it actually looks a bit awful. Okay, it's good that I actually saw this one in here. Okay, wait, success chosen. Okay, and that should be it. Okay, so we have these, and we have, wait, we have, okay, we have this. Good. Now that we have these, okay, so I also put the choice. Now for Xandara I do this, yes. And instead of actually changing these, I can actually, you know, delete this, and I will copy paste that with the new format. It's not gonna be a trouble at all. Okay, so we put like literally everything. Okay, so we have, wait, I deleted even that one, which wasn't necessary to, but okay, we can actually add this again. And we have dog choice, and for dog choice we need to change the few variables in here, which were 55 chances to summon, okay, and 55 in here, and then we had 14 in here. Good, and we have break loop. That should be it. Now we copy these, we're gonna paste them in here, and let's see for bear choice. So bear will actually have but do I actually need this one? Like, I don't need to actually signal that I'm choosing a specific pet in the end, because basically it's gonna trigger once for each of these, and that's gonna be like much of it. So I think I can actually delete these. When I created the pseudocode, it felt a bit more needy, and I also was at work, so I couldn't like fully concentrate, because I don't know, like as of late I'm feeling a bit distracted, and I don't know, like some weird things seem to happen around me. But well, all I can say, everything is good on my side. So let's see, we have the dog chance, yes, we have the bird choice, the dog choice with the correct one and the correct conditionals, and of course the character will be most interested in summoning the bear against Xandara as well, because the bear is actually has the greatest HP, hits hard. It can actually miss in a way, but the point is, well, it has 90% hit chances, so missing ain't that much of a problem. But Xandara has the greatest evasion rate also, so the point is, it's gonna be a gamble. Xandara's HP ain't that big also, and if she's mauled by the bear once or twice, she's gonna have to reconsider her options. Okay, so let's see. For the bear we have 63 chances. How about we actually make them 68? These are still under debate for some reason. Okay, so we have 30-20, because this is the this is gonna be the bear companion. And wait, it says revive bird, which means I also forgot in here to put the revive bird. We need to revive doggo. Okay, so now we kind of have done things as well. We just need to basically can simply copy paste this one, can delete this one, put it in here, and now we have, if Ferengi is in the party, which means this is another playable character, he is the warrior, and for the warrior we will have 43, actually let's make it 57. Okay, let's make it 57 chances to summon the bird, because the bird has good evasion, and it's a bit of a better choice against the warrior, because, well, they might miss in a way. They have 90% chances to hit their target, but you actually have to hit the target, so you actually have to have your 90% chances analyzed, and if you actually hit then you would calculate the evasion. Okay, you can't calculate the evasion if the attack would miss anyways. And decreasing the evasion of the character from the chances to hit is an idea that came to my mind right now, but I don't know. It's like it's gonna be less code, yes, but okay, I'm okay with that. So we have this one, okay, which is correct, revive bird companion, and we have 57 chances. Okay, now for this other one, for the dog choice, we have how much did I say? 28%. Okay, 28%, because she kind of doesn't need a dog against the warrior. It's not probably gonna do much. It's just a play with these with some percentages. Okay, and now it's gonna be the bear, which she's gonna really be interested in summoning, because again the bear is tanky and he's hard, and she'll probably want 67. Let's actually make it 71 chances. 71 chances, and we have 30-20. Okay, now we're gonna copy Ferengi's part, and we're gonna add it in here as Sindora, with the force playable character that's only chosen. She can only be chosen for this part and this part specifically. Okay, and okay, let's go on. We have 58 chances for the bird. Like, honestly, I don't know why that would be like that. Let's make it actually 42 with 42. Okay, good, and the switch is correct. Okay, the other one is 41% for the dog. Let's make it 45. Okay, and for the bear, she wouldn't necessarily want the bear for some reason. I'm not exactly sure, but okay. And if a pet here is not chosen, which means you didn't have the 24% chances. Oh, 10-10. Okay, thank you, universe. And the reserve common event 432, which is this one, we will have to handle this one as well. Okay, now after this loop, okay, end of loop, okay, we have okay, we have control variables. Okay, so we have this one. Wait, not switches. We need variables. Okay, we have this one, cooldown. Okay, so we set the cooldown to 6. Okay, 2022. Okay, so we have set this kills cooldown to 6. Okay, so I said 2022. Okay, so we have game variables dot set value 2022. It's gonna be 6 cooldown. Okay, good. We also set the cooldown. Yes, I don't need to worry about this because I'm not doing this in fortunately I'm not doing this for now, at least in a big text document like this one. Create switch for turn beginning check. Okay, this skill's cooldown is reduced at the beginning of turn. Alright, if this is up. Okay, so okay, so we have check if active. Okay, so let's see. Check if active for cooldown. Okay. And this is gonna be a big important one. Okay, this skill's cooldown is reduced at beginning of turn if this is up, lasts for 1 round, triggering after the one it was cast in. Okay, so beginning of turn, check. Wait, on turn begin, restore communion cooldown decrease. Wait, the skill mechanic actually decreases. Alright. So in skill descriptions we have restore communion. Okay. And we have passive, every cast, okay. At the beginning of turn, if companion is alive, this ability's cooldown is reduced by an additional round. Okay, so I actually forgot in the pseudocode to do this. Okay, check if active. Okay, so we can actually continue it in here. Alright. Open a switch that will trigger extra cooldown. -1 cooldown if companion is alive. Okay, so now let's see. We have game switches dot set value 3089. We set it to 1 or true. It's kind of the same thing. Okay, good. So we have this one. Good. Now let's see, during the same turn when this is on, companion attacks, check for this and trigger cooldown reduction. Good, so I think I'm almost at the end. Okay, this is trigger quest trigger numbers. Okay, that's the separate special part. Okay, so we need to handle this part. During the same turn, companion attacks, and this one will also be used along with this skills quest trigger var if it is higher than 6 or equal to it, to trigger the additional effects. Okay, so the additional effects, okay, if you have cast this ability six times or more, you are going to heal 2 HP for each attack. So this is gonna be a permanent buff, let's say it like that, something like that. Okay, and your companion also heals 10% of their max HP, and this skill's cooldown is set to 3, no longer increased by this passive. Okay, I have also taken this into account. And let's see, so we have companion attacks. Okay, so for companion attacks I have a situation in here that checks. Okay, so if enemy hit is true, this is part of it is actually the continuation of the chance calculations above. Is this, if this one is true, if this one is true, okay, we need to check if switches, check if active for cooldown, okay, restore communion buff verification. Okay, so now what was it actually written in here? Okay, so companion attacks actually reduce the cooldown of this ability by 1. Good, so we actually need to create a variable for restore communion. Yes, we have cooldown. Okay, so we have the cooldown, which is 2022. Good. So this event before here actually checks the player's evasion and also the hit chances of each pet, and if I actually reached here, it means that the player was hit. So what we need to focus on is okay, so we actually need to create a script in here that's gonna do pet attacks reduce restore communion cooldown by -1. Okay, another condition is if cooldown is already greater or equal than 1. So now we actually know what code to use. It's fairly simple. So let's see. This belongs to the quest system. Every cast of this skill increases the cooldown of this ability by 1. Okay, this is something else that I need to take into account. This is done towards the end. Okay, to a minimum of 1. So if it is higher than 1 actually, because if it's gonna be 1, it's not gonna trigger anything at all. If it's 1, it can't make it 0. Okay, so we have if game variables dot value, okay, of 2022. If this one's value is higher than 1, okay, cooldown cannot be reduced below 1. Okay, if it is higher than 1, let's actually put a space here so that it's easier to read. Okay, we have $game variables dot set value of this one. Okay, and the value that we need is itself -1. Okay, so we reduce the cooldown by 1 basically, and of course we need to close the bracers. Good, and let's delete this one. Good, so now we have this one. Good, this is in the pet companion, so companion attacks. Okay, the pet one actually. Okay, so let's actually see. Every cast of this skill increases the cooldown of this ability. I'm most sure about this, that it's put somewhere further. During the same turn when this is on, companion attacks check for this and trigger cooldown reduction so as not to add an additional switch. This one will also be used along with this skill's quest trigger to trigger those additional effects. Yes, I have the quest trigger part, which I can actually add for now. Have here quest trigger number. Quest trigger times, okay. Okay. Good. So the pet, when they attack, they do this. Okay. They reduce the cooldown of this ability by 1. Every cast of this skill increases the cooldown. And I also need to check for the player. Okay, so enemy attack, hit, miss. This is something that I actually need to create. No, let's actually make it here even if this event is not done. Okay, so we have a switch. Let's see. Store communion. Check if active. Okay, so this one is okay. So for enemy attack we need yes, we need to check this one first if this is active, and then at the same time we need to check if this variable quest trigger times value is higher than 6. Okay, so what this will probably look like, okay, so this is only for the enemy. Okay, so after the 6th use and including it, which means this one, okay, heal for 2 with each attack. Okay, so we need to create 389 2023. So this should be an if, okay, with this game switches dot value of this one, okay, equals true. Okay, so if this quest is alive, it's active. Okay, and at the same time we need game variables dot value of this one okay, is greater or equal to 6. Okay, we have two parentheses, yes. Okay, so I need an extra parenthesis in here. Good, so we actually put these. Okay, so it's presumed that the hit chances are calculated. Okay, if that skill is active, skills buff is active on this enemy, well as usage, this skills. Okay, we need to increase, so the enemy will heal 3 HP, so we have to take into account variables, and these variables okay, enemy mechanics, yes. Current HP 1963 and 1962. Okay. Good. So what we need to do is we need $game variables dot set value. Okay, 1963, so it's the current HP of that target. Okay, so it's gonna be, wait, what? Game variables. Okay, dot value again 1963. Okay, plus 2. Okay, heal per attack through buff. Okay, now we actually need now we need current HP greater than max HP, you know, validation. And instead of that if, I think I could have used an arrow function or something that was much easier, like, or that idea with the question mark, but I think that's only in Java. Like, in case this is true, do this, and for that, do that. But let's actually stick to our level for now. Okay, so if okay, game variables, okay, is higher than 62. Okay, in this situation, okay, we need 63, but it's set value of this one. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, we need to set the value of 62 into 63, so we need to set the you know, the max value of the max HP value into this HP healed. Okay, so that I make sure that the player cannot heal beyond their max HP. Okay, so this should be for the attack. Okay, so with each one you heal this much, and also with each attack companion heals 10% of their max HP, if this one is true. So we need to go to companion attacks, go in here, down, 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 here. And in this situation we need to also add um, so what was that again? You're gonna heal that much. Okay, so if quest 2023. Okay, so we have if game variables dot value 2023 is greater or equal to 6. Okay, we have each pet attack okay, so each pet attack heals them for 10% of their max HP. Well, this is also, yeah, this is actually an attack that hits, cause okay, this triggers only after 6 or more skill activations. Okay, so how this actually triggers, wait, let's actually make this. Okay, so now in here, okay, we need to actually see again which was the variable for the max HP of the companion. Companion 1 max HP. Okay, and we have companion this one HP as well, because pets are always gonna be slot 1 companions. So we have $game variables, okay, dot set value, like oh wait, honestly, okay, so current HP is gonna be 1993, okay, and this variable's value is gonna become okay, so I think I should actually put this into a new one. Let's actually cut this one, okay, and wait, okay, let's actually add this one in here because it's not dependent on this one. Okay, it's not dependent on that, so I can actually add it in here. Let's say variable total, let's say pet healing on attack. Okay, this one will be equal to so this is gonna be 10% of the maximum HP. Okay, so the max HP variable is this one, okay, 1995. so we have $game variables dot value 2020, oh, what am I writing actually, 1995. okay, so this variable is the max HP. Okay, and it's actually gonna be a value of 1993, because the current HP is gonna be it's gonna be added, okay, to this one divided by 10, and another one as well, because we have this one as a parenthesis. I want to mark the system that this is gonna have to take place separately. It's actually gonna always take place separately, because this one has higher priority than the plus, but just to be sure I'm putting those brackets. Okay, so wait, it's not game variables dot set value, so I don't need the extra bracket in here. I only need this one in here, and the value of this one is gonna be loaded from this secondary variable, pet healing on attack. Now we need you know, like max HP or instead of actually doing the max HP validation, we could actually make this if take place only if, no, it actually needs to be checked after, because yes, it actually needs to be taken care after. Max HP smaller than healed HP validation. So we have if okay, so as an if, we're gonna have another parenthesis, yes, game variables 1993 current HP. Okay, so as a current HP, let's see how it would be. So current HP, if this one is strictly higher than 1995, okay, that's the only thing. Okay, so this is basically the if, and this is the statement to be taken into account, and these are the parentheses. Okay, bracers. Okay, set value 1993 is gonna have their value set to that of 1995, okay, that of the max HP. Okay, another of these, and we close this bracer in here, and we actually need to close the bracer in here. So 1993, 1995. Good. So I actually have this as well. Good. Now we actually need to create the okay, so companion also heals 10%. I also added this one because I don't know if in the pseudocode I actually added. Okay, so this variable, okay, so this is gonna handle, Okay, so handling quest triggers. Okay, the quest trigger part, the final and more important part, the HP part, I'm gonna do tomorrow in a second part of this video, because it's already going a bit longer than needed. Okay, pet 1 if alive. Good. Let's see. Am I actually doing the right thing in here? Like, okay. Oh, repeat above. Yes. Okay. Good. Now let's actually put a green command here so that it's much easier to see. Handle the quest system. Okay, now with handle the quest system, things are gonna be a bit better. Okay, so we have check for number of previous casts. Okay, checking number of previous casts. Okay, so we're gonna do these things in these parts, because it's you know, this part is lengthier than 12 you know, than the 12 lines that I can actually have in the script box, although I could actually copy paste these and the else will be, you know, these will be just separate situations. So if the variable for quest trigger times is smaller or equal to 2, okay, and then I'm gonna create a copy of this, an else branch. You're coming in here. If you are equal to 3, okay, so if you are equal to smaller or equal to 2, okay, alright, so play an animation plus a sound. Well, this is gonna be technically the same thing. Okay, so we have quest trigger time, it's 2023. Okay, 2023. Okay, it's 25, not 23. Good. So we have this one. Okay, let's see, this one means increase skill usage by 1, of course. Okay, so let's see. Play animation, I don't think I actually need to play an animation. I don't want to switch to animations because probably it's gonna crash. The project is already big enough, so I don't need to test my luck on that. Let's actually put this, go to magic and okay, so this is gonna be the sound, and what we're gonna do in here, let's actually delete these ones, and we're gonna use the correct event now. We're gonna use game map.event, not events, and I have to actually delete that every time I see it. So this is gonna be 796, which is the enemy, the event that will handle the easy enemies. Okay. Step anime equals true. Okay, this means they will make a step first of all. Okay, this dot wait 20 frames because it takes a third of a second to make a single step. Okay. Wait, instead of actually having an extra line in there and take more space in the JSON, let's actually make it like this. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Game map dot event sifs. Okay. It's gonna be request balloon 0, which means exclamation. This dot set wait mode balloon, because we want to wait for the balloon, and we can actually put the sound file in here as well. So we need to create a sound object, which means let's see, var quest quest trigger sound, let's call it some way, and we need to create a sound object which has the following properties, which are file name, in which we put in between inverted commas we put the name, which is magic 12. Okay, end of these, because it's a string type, it's actually a text name, and no, we do not put the extension. Now we have magic 12. Okay, the pitch, wait, we have volume first of all, which is 15. It would be preferable to put them in the right order. I'm not sure if you actually change the order if it's gonna be something bad, but let's actually keep it like this. And we have a pan of 0. Pan means how loud you want that to be heard in the left and or the right side. You want it 0 because you want to hear the sound equally. Okay, so now we call audio manager dot play sound environmental, and you put the name of the object that you have created. Good. Now that I have also created this, I can simply delete this one, and skill usage increased by 1. Good. Else, okay, else we're gonna go into this one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, but this part I cannot use it in here. So if this one equals 3, okay, if this equals 3, the objective of this, the reward of this one is reward gain regeneration 1, and the rule set of my game says that if any target already has 4 buffs, there no longer be possible to be given more buffs. So let's actually do this quick through these. where did I actually put those things? Because I have an impression I put them. Okay, yeah, I actually nailed it. Good. So we see, let's see. So the enemy actually gains regeneration, which means personal battle system buff counter on enemy. Okay, it has to be strictly smaller than 4, because if there are 4 buffs already, no other buff can be added. And we copy paste this one, health branch in here. Okay, if this one is equal to or 4, okay, no more buffies can be applied. Good. If no more buffs can be applied, then we're gonna use Yanfly's gap window there. But let's actually see it in here. Okay, so number of buffs has to be smaller than 4, and then we have to validate if player already has check if target already has regeneration. Okay, so the second validation will be something like conditional branch switch okay, game functionality if enemy is buffed, okay, with regenerate. Okay, good. Let's see these one in here. Okay, so if enemy has regenerate, okay, so if they have regenerate, increase duration, wait, remaining duration by 1. Okay, no regeneration here. Add full duration instead. Okay, so in this situation we actually need to control variables, and we need to go back in here to 19 and see which one was before buff duration enemy. Regenerate is 1906. Okay, good. This one should actually be in here. So one here. Good. So this one 1906, let's actually make a beautiful script. $game variables dot set value. Okay, 1906. The value of this one will be game, oh wait, yes, game variables dot value 1906. Okay, so this value will be +1. Okay, it is increase remaining duration by 1 because I don't want indefinite durations, and in here we will have just 1. It is set to the duration of 1. Okay, wait, and also we need to increase the number of buffs on the target. Which was again in here. We have companion 1. Okay, we have companion 2. Hulu pet 1. Hulu pet okay, and I have player pet 2 in case I'll ever create such a mechanic. Good. So I need this part. Okay, PBS buff counter enemy. So I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna add this in the script in here. Increase buff counter. Okay, and buff counter was 297. Okay, so we have game variables. Actually, it's the same as this one. It's just that in here is gonna be 297. Okay, and that's how it should be. Okay, delete, we add this in here, and in this situation, yes, we increased this by 1, but in this situation it's only gonna be 1. Okay, actually if they have, okay, so no regeneration, therefore apply full duration 1 here. Okay, and if regeneration on and if regeneration is off. Okay, this is actually that. And now I need this document to have to put the gap texts. Oh, 1101. Okay, another angel number that I keep seeing. Okay, so no more buffies can be applied. Okay, so we have plugin command. We're gonna use a gap, we're not gonna use a face, so we need to add an orange color, maximum number of buffs exceeded. Okay, now we need to add wait for gap, show gap, and also clear gap to remove this one from memory and be able to reuse it if needed. Okay, now This is for a situation in which this one is 3. Now we also have the situation in which, well, the player has cast it. Wait. And we also need this part. So in this situation, when this one is cast, okay, if it is 3, I can trigger this as well, because something has to actually count the number of triggers. Okay, and now we have if quest trigger times equal 4. Okay, it's gonna be the same thing, except we gain regeneration 3 this time. If buff counter is 4, check if already has regeneration. If they have regenerate, increase the duration by 1, which is done. Wait, if they already have regeneration, wait, this one is actually wrong, because they already have it, so I don't need to increase this. I don't need to increase the number of buffs because they already have it, so it's just the extension, okay, of the duration. And if they don't have regeneration, then it is applied with a full duration. And of course I have to add the correct pictures in here. Which is gonna be common event 304. Okay, call common event 304 buff spawner spawner for enemy. Okay, so we have game temp dot reserve common events. Okay, it's gonna be 304. Good, that should be more than enough. Now actually let's copy this part as well. Okay, so we have in here this part. Of course, when we apply it, it's gonna be if regenerate, okay, is off. We apply it with the full duration and it's gonna be 3 rounds instead of 1. Okay, the buff counter is increased by 1, yes, of course, as expected. And then we also call this common event. Okay, and that kind of should be it for now. Delete this one because I'm not gonna bother with it. Now we also need after 5 visits gain +1 attack for 2 rounds. Okay, let's see how I actually thought about this one. Okay, so if it is 4, we're gonna actually create a conditional if this that quest trigger number is 5. Okay, if it is 5, we're gonna trigger this variable. Oh wait, actually that's true, I forgot about the regeneration actually, to actually trigger the regeneration switches. 3107. Oh my god, I'm getting tired, I actually need to go to bed. Okay, so this one, leave it just lower. Apply regeneration to target. Okay, which means $game switches dot set value 3017 true, because we actually need to set it to true. Okay, let's actually check again if it is correct. 3107. okay. $3,107. Okay, gonna copy this. If regenerate is off, and I'm gonna place it in here for this part. So okay, I think I'm actually gonna go to bed because I'm so sleepy I can barely see my eyes. Hopefully you've liked the type of content that I'm creating. I'm gonna create the continuation of this video tomorrow. Have fun, keep up your good work. I'm offering my help towards doing, video game development ideas, or coming up, with supportive ideas against cost, or even for free if the situation is not big enough. I'm looking forward to providing value to people if they actually want it and, well, also need it. Until next time, take care of yourselves. You are loved and appreciated. Feel free to like and subscribe if you like the type of content that I'm creating. 11:11 p.m. okay, magical number. I've seen this AM as well. As usual, you are loved and appreciated. Hugs, and, well, whatever you're doing is the best you can at the right pace for you. As usual, take care of yourselves and the others. Feel free to provide constructive criticism if you want, and, well, I'm gonna listen to it. Until next time, Ferenjan Board signing out.